Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. Today is a Tony Plays episode, and joined with me today are the other two mechas I'd want for a kaiju battle, starting with the Form Blazing Sword, Jared.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My mech of choice would be from Mech Warrior 2, and it is called the Hellbringer. It has a lot of lasers and stuff like that, and I fell in love with mechs because of that video game. So that would be mine of choice. It's really good. Pew, pew, pew.
I'm looking at what it looks like.
Over to Tony.
Yeah, that's a mech. That's definitely a mech. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
We're just fact-checking his mech
Yeah,
real
that's
quick.
definitely a mech.
Can confirm.
You know what? When you said earlier, like, well, it's not really a mech to fight against kaijus. I'm like, silly boy. All mechs are made to fight against kaijus. No, you're right. I don't think it would. It may have some trouble, depending on his weaponry.
Yep.
I see your point.
Mm-hmm.
But I still like it.
I love them.
My mech of choice is the one, the only, the one with the drill that will pierce the heavens. Gurren Lagann. The best mech. The
You saw that
number
one
mech.
coming.
If you don't know, now you know. If you haven't seen it, you better go watch it because it's the best show ever. The Gurren Lagann mech, which is also called Gurren Lagann in various forms of that
the name
name.
of the show. It's definitely a top 15 anime of all time.
I'm gonna
I would
fight
say.
you. I'm gonna fight you then. Like,
Am I
we're gonna
wrong?
Box. Yes, 100%.
So it's not
wrong.
a top 15? It's outside the top 15?
Oh, you and your wordplay, Dad. You and your.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, you think he's so smart. You think he's so smart.
I got that DM brain going. Hey, everybody, I am Dan. I am your dungeon master of the day, and I don't ever watch mech anime or content ever. So I was struggling at first, but I think I got one. I am the Iron Pirate General Frankie mech from One Piece of this podcast. So I couldn't think of an actual one. I thought of a silly one.
You said the name of an actual mech that would do wonderful while saying that, whoever the hell that was.
Yeah. I think it's based on whatever that one is.
The Iron Giant?
Yeah, it's like kind of Iron Giant. It's got the drill though, it's got a mix of a lot of famous mechs. But now saying that, I wish I said Iron Giant.
I wish, now that I think about it, I forgot about Transformers, and I wish I would have said Unicron. And
Bro, Voltron?
No. Unicron is a whole planet-eating planet transformer. It's ridiculous.
True.
Okay, then.
True. Yeah.
And that topic was suggested by Dana in the Discord. Thank you, Dana. So anyways, you know the deal. Before the roll for recap, which we actually don't have today, we have the rundown. And today's rundown is just brought to you by me because I'm the DM. And I'm going to run down the Patreon because we have just sent out recently our big ol' loot box. We give out a loot box every season. You've probably heard me talk about it before. This one was, sure enough, the DM loot box. So there was a lot of fun Dungeon Master related stuff in there. There was stuff that, might help you in your D&D campaigns if you are a DM. And if you want to sign up for that loot box, all you got to do is go over to patreon.com/DND404 and check out the tiers. You don't have to sign up for that, but it's always appreciated. Even at $2, you don't have to give much. Any appreciation, any donation is a huge help to us. So without further ado, how about we get into the episode? You guys ready?
Yeah.
We find ourselves today back in Hulbeck. If you don't remember Hulbeck is a small little town in North Trillis on the north side of a shimmering lake, just alongside the mountains, very forested, a humble little town of small beginnings where most people just like to live their life relaxing, minimalist, farming, just having a good little old time. But it's not always a good old time, as there are monsters that tend to find their way from the mountains or up from the north or even from the woods that can disrupt this little town. And to combat said monsters, there have been formed a coalition of sorts, the Hulbeck Humanitarians, which is led by none other than Captain Juan Shanson. Yes, that's correct. Juan Shanson.
Forgot about that dumbass name.
Forget about Juan Shanson. Even though I thought of it off the cuff, I am not letting it go. That's his name forever now. And we are going to open up outside well, we're going to call it a guardhouse of sorts. There is a house on the top of Hulbeck Hill where the Hulbeck Humanitarians have kind of made a little fort with 2 towers and a nice little guard entrance. And entering the Hulbeck Humanitarian Center is Regna and Eekhom. Regna, could you please describe your characters for those who may not have listened to the first Tony Plays?
Yes, Regna the Reformed. He is a crystal gem dragonborn. He is a paladin of Oath of Vengeance, and he is reformed. Once taken the path of rage and anger, has now decided to walk in the light and to put good back into the world after he found the grace of Bahamut, and now does everything he can to spread his word and to stretch out his light to others who may need to see in the dark. And he is a crystal dragonborn. He is like a wide, very regal horn headset. Like the spikes come out almost like a crown. He has this heavy chainmail armor on. He wields a halberd and a lance, and he looks very he shines this radiant aura around him because he's a paladin, and he just looks very stoic, very firm. Although he has resting mean face, he still seems somewhat approachable by his presence.
Yeah, Regna is probably getting ready for the day, putting his armor on, getting his equipment ready. And next to him, also getting ready for the day, is a friend of his who works at the Hulbeck Humanitarians. Jared, would you please name and describe your character, please?
Eekhom is a wood elf monk. Currently, we're level 6, by the way. I don't know if Tony mentioned that. Is trained in the martial arts and blends nature's energy with his physical abilities. Better be careful. He wields not a quarterstaff, but an actual spear, and seeks the balance between the physical world and the spiritual world.
Oh.
You know what I mean? He acts as both a guardian and a student of the natural world. He's just trying to, keep things in balance.
Very nice. Yeah, so it's a little slow today. You see there's not as much going on. There hasn't been as much trouble, and most people are either out at their posts or they have the day off because there just hasn't been enough to do. And out of his office comes Juan Johnson. Hey, Regna. Eekhom, can you come over here, please?
I stand up immediately. The second the door opens.
At ease. Get in here and we're going to discuss your day, all right?
Of course, Sergeant. We said Captain. Of course, Captain Juan Johnson. And I immediately grab my gear, my halberd, and my lance as it drags across the floor and quickly jaunt into the office.
And out of the office, you do hear him yell, "What did we say about dragging your lance around?"
Oh, yes, of course. And I jaunt back out, set it down, and then jaunt back in.
When you two walk into the office, you see that there is a human fighter sitting there. He motions for you two to sit down, and there are 3 seats, 2 empty, ready for you.
I take the middle seat.
I take whatever seat is closest.
All right, so listen up. I know it's a slow day, and there's not a lot to do, so if you could, I've got to finish the paperwork, as always. My favorite job. He was a fake smile. And if you could, please take, this is our new recruit, Fut. Is that your name? Yeah, my name's Fut. It's good to meet you both. And he puts out a really stiff hand over to you, Regna.
I look at his hand and we go, well, that seems to be your hand, not a foot. And I look over to Eekhom.
He scratches the back of his neck. Yeah. Anyways, if you could take him around town, show him the posts, just kind of give him the rundown, what you do here. He is pretty skilled. He was sent from Gilo. They wanted to transfer him because he needed to get some more training before being part of their guard troop over there. Does that sound good to you guys? Do you have any questions? Any concerns?
I go up to Fut and give him a sniff.
Hey.
You don't smell right.
I swear I showered. I do shower. And he looks straight at the captain.
He's big on senses. He's big on smells.
He just is analyzing him from where you're standing.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
A 21.
Yeah, he looks super nervous, and the smell is probably sweat because he's so nervous. Even though he showered that morning, he's immediately sweating through his armor. Nice to meet you. I'm excited to get to know you all and work with the Hulbeck Humanitarians and live up to your name and reputation. Sir.
Yeah, yes, well, happy to have you. As we venture, I will show you the ropes, and I will drizzle you in my light, and may the light shine knowledge upon you as you retain it as I teach it to you.
And I will teach you about the other side.
Other side?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Some of us don't have just the connection of light over here. Some of us have more of a connection to the other spirits.
Juan Johnson puts 2 fingers to his eyes. All right, whatever you say, Eekhom. Listen, you're on thin ice, okay? I don't want you doing any more spirit stuff to our townies, because last time we almost lost a few.
Look, everything is about balance. Don't you worry.
Yes, balance. I would like to balance the death scale to 0, please, in my town. Thank you. You're dismissed. And he lets you go.
Aye, Captain. And I stand up immediately, and I go to leave the room. It's like, well, all right, you know how it goes. 1 foot in front of the other. and I stop out of the room.
It's funny. I haven't heard that before. And he slowly gets up and follows you. And Juan Johnson just glares at you, Eekhom, as you walk out of the room.
I make eye contact as I walk out the door without looking. Do I need to roll anything?
No.
Perfect. I am one with my senses.
He wants to get rid of you, but he knows you have done a good job. So there's always this fine line you're walking with him.
You know, Eekhom, I know you walk within the shadows, but did you know that there's light within every shadow? It's called a penumbra.
I don't know what that is, but I'm ready to learn. So I'll follow you around town, and we can have hopefully just a good normal day.
Absolutely, yes. Now remember, whenever we get paid for a job or redeem a reward, although we should really do our best to not accept rewards from those we help, make sure you claim it in platinum so that we may give it to Bahamut, so that we may shine in his radiance and he may bless us for the next day.
Oh, okay. The captain told me we would be paid in gold. Was I confused?
Oh, yes, but if we can convert up to get platinum, we should donate that platinum to Bahamut.
Don't forget the electrum for the dark arts also.
Okay. And he's scribbling little notes in a notepad. So you spend the first about 30 minutes taking him around town, showing him kind of the coastline, the forest line, showing him where all the guard posts are before eventually heading into town. And as you do start heading into town, you do see 2 guards that you know pretty well. They are not as skilled as you, so they tend to just be posts, guards at the post, just, keeping a lookout and notifying other guards if anything crazy happens. This is Janston and Brax. Sorry, not Brax. Flax.
Oh, nice save.
This is Janston and Flax. And you see that they are sitting at a table when they are supposed to be up and about, keeping good watch, and they are playing card games.
Sergeant Flanston, Sergeant Jax, I believe break has been over for quite some time. And you two have an unmanned post.
We're fine. Everything's fine here. We've been keeping a good watch. It's, when he's picking his cards, I watch. When I'm picking my cards, he watches. You know how it goes.
I believe I said your post is unmanned and we can be attacked at any time, and we must be ready at any point.
Don't do this, Janston says. You always do this. We're fine. We're keeping good watch. What do you do? Look around. Nothing's happening today.
Oh, what reports do you have? May I see your logs, your detailed logs, your hourly logs, please?
Yes, fine. And he shoves it over, and you see the log is, kept up to date. He is at least writing stuff every hour, but it is generic, Nothing seen. Fox ran across. Saw a bunny. Really generic shit.
So it says here you saw a fox first and then a bunny.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's weird that the bunny would be chasing after the fox?
Or
because they are animals of prey.
They're going about their own business and didn't see each other because that was an hour apart.
Oh, interesting. Did you know fox are nocturnal? And seeing one during the day may be cause for alarm.
Yeah.
What's the other ones?
Flax.
I go up to Flax. Why do you linger in the endless drift? You're just letting time slip through your fingers like sand.
I don't linger anywhere except here.
Every moment you waste is just one step closer to the grave.
Give him a break. You know he's not strong in the head. Come on. Which way are you going? To loiter? To, I don't follow.
Don't wait until it's too late to realize how much you've let decay. And at this point, I'm like kind of getting real close to him, almost intimidating him to get back to work.
Guys, are we sure that this is like we should spend our time here? I feel like we should go on. I noticed that the ground's kind of strangely wet around here. Did you notice that?
I look down.
I look down. Yeah, you notice that there seems to be almost a wet trail past these guards. Everybody can give me a perception check if they like.
I got a 14.
8.
Yeah, right now you notice that it's wet, and it's definitely odd that no other area is wet, and it does seem like a trail of some sort. Eekhom, you realize that there are some sort of tracks, but with a 14, you don't know what the tracks are, but something definitely went past them that was not on the list of their log.
Look at this endless drift, and I motion down on this. It seems that we have something marching through here, fleeting, possibly.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Do you not see what is underneath?
Flax, come on! I told you to be looking out last hour. What do you mean? I thought you were last hour. Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. And above, in front of you, towards the town square, you do start hearing a bit of shouting and maybe some fighting of sorts.
Fighting?
Perchance.
I hear this.
Sounds like it.
An unsanctioned bout? And I must away. We come on foot. Let us make haste.
Thanks, guys. My name's Fut. You were Janston and Flax? Yes, go on. They got it covered, so, sorry about that. We'll keep a better lookout, all right, guys? Bye. Okay, and he follows you.
Oh, I'm following. I like to keep balance and follow last.
Yeah, you squish your feet through the muddy path and into some kind of footprint. Paw print? There's some kind of animal print there that's definitely bigger than your boot. And as you get closer to the town square, you hear louder noises and a couple people shouting, definitely an argument of some kind, and someone pulling out their sword. And as you pull closer to the town square, you pull up, and this is a very small little area with a couple shops, a few places to eat. You see in the center of the town where the drinking well is a giant toad sitting in the well.
Frog.
You see someone with their sword pulled out, pointed at the frog. You see someone in front of him trying to stop him from hitting the frog, and another person yelling. The person guarding the frog is a half-elf. The person pulling out their sword is a human. And you see there is a hobgoblin shop owner that you know as Haworth that is yelling back at Alfie.
Do we hear what they're yelling about as we approach, or?
So your choice. You can get closer just to hear what's going on. If there's anything else you want to do, though, let me know before you get close.
There's no action I would like to take as I run over. I would like to get in between the second I see the sword being drawn to try to stop what's going on. Is the actually, may I make a insight check on the toad's action?
Yeah, you'll make that with disadvantage with the current situation.
Okay, so 17.
Yes, so you rolled really well. So even though there's a lot going on, you do have a pretty good understanding after working with the Hulbeck Humanitarians of, basic habits of animals. And to you, it looks like the frog may have come here to lay its eggs in the drinking well.
And I run over and be like, gentlemen, civilians, please lay down your arms as we could solve this peacefully.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Lay down your arms. This frog ain't done nothing to you. Oh, come on now. I got paid to beat up this frog.
and I'm gonna beat up this frog.
That's right. Please. Now, we need to get this frog out of here. It's disgusting. It's right in front of my store, and it's just it makes me want to gag, and it makes the customers want to gag. You know, Haworth is the owner of Haworth's Cafe that has some baked goods, you know, some morning bean oil, pastries, breakfast, that kind of stuff. They make general food goods that people come and eat.
Haworth, please. You know I love your baked goods, and I feast upon them daily.
Of course. I have a croissant with your name on it.
Of course, and I will be dining on that croissant as soon as I sort this matter out. Please call off your armed men.
Well, I certainly will not. I think this is a personal matter, and Krail will take care of it. And you know Krail. Krail's kind of a nuisance in the town. He hangs out at Haworth's because not a lot of people deal with him, and he at least pays at Haworth's. You know that he doesn't have a lot of money, so this is probably why he's more than willing to take this random job.
Krail, we know each other. As Hulbeck Humanitarians, Fut and Eekhom and I will handle with the frog peacefully. And if we need to take arms, I will be sure to have you by my side.
And you know that the guards need to go to the captain first before dealing with paid matters. Isn't that right?
I look back at Eekhom and well, he does have a point. We do need to consult with the captain first before dealing with this matter. But the giant toad in the drinking water is a problem that our captain will be happy to expect.
No, please. If you go, he's going to take care of the frog, and there's nothing I can do, and the frog will be destroyed before we can do anything about it.
The frog will remain unharmed.
No, I can't defend it that long.
Alfie, please, Krail, let me approach the frog, and if it becomes hostile, then we will deal with it then.
Give me a persuasion check.
Sure.
Just flat. It's going to be a hard DC, but it is flat.
23.
Ooh, very good. Yeah, you see Krail looks at you, and he's like,
I guess you can go up to the frog, and if it doesn't do anything to you, then I guess you can pay me half of what I would have been owed, and I won't attack it.
And I give him an eye, and I give him a nod, and I only give him a nod, and I turn my attentions to the giant toad, and I would like to approach it with my hands up in a peaceful manner.
Yeah, give me an animal handling check as you attempt to persuade this frog to maybe befriend itself to you.
Would you say that this thing is friendly towards me, or is it hostile towards me?
Right now, there's no hostility.
There's no hostility.
But it's not friendly to you.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give it an animal handling check. I'm not confident on this one, but I will try. A 17.
Oh my goodness. You got it right on the money what you needed. The way I handle a lot of these is you can do multiple checks, and each time the check will get easier, but you'll spend more and more time, and things will happen around the world depending on how much time you spend. So you got it on the first try.
Nice.
And this frog senses like the nice light, the nice aura around you, and tilts its head and does feel peaceful towards you, and it does stop and look at you with kind of just interest. It looked like it was about to attack you because you were getting too close, but then it stopped and it put its head towards your hand.
After I see that the tensions have died down with the frog, this frog has become just a curious sight. It's a symbol of wisdom and stillness. Legend has it if you sit by the frog long enough, you'll hear whispers of ancient secrets.
Let's not scare the mother.
Let's sit.
I put my as it approaches my hand, not gently, I place my hand on the flat of its nose as I try to comfort it, and then I put my head close, like our foreheads are almost touching. Be like, you are just a mother looking for a safe place to raise her children. This may not be the place, old leathery one, but I will find you a suitable home for you and your future family.
And then it opens its mouth and closes its mouth on you.
What?
But it's not, you can feel it's not attacking you.
Oh, jeez.
It's like hugging me or kissing me or whatever. Well, yes.
and then lets you go.
Just kidding. It's not a symbol of wisdom at all.
And you have slime all over you.
Yes, well, as you can see, the frog is quite a lady, and I will escort the toad out of the city. So please, Krail, step back, and as agreed, I will take the half the payment I owe you and donate it to the Church of Bahamut. Thank you.
No, you need to pay me, or I'm finishing my job. 50 gold pieces, and I'll leave it alone.
Let's chill for a second. So if we get the toad out of here, that accomplishes what you're set out to do, and the frog lives.
Well, as long as I have my money, because now you're taking away my payday.
Well,
But
how
with the frog being gone, who's to say you didn't do what you were supposed to?
I mean, it is a giant frog, and that would be lying.
You see, he pulls out his sword and he points it at you.
All right, you either pay me, or I'm fighting this thing.
Foot, we need to do a citizen's arrest. Please apprehend Krail.
What? It's my first day, so I think maybe, Eekhom should do it.
Eekhom, will you please assist Foot in a citizen's arrest?
I go up and I go right up to where the sword was being pointed at me and get within very close distance, and then
everybody roll initiative.
I was about to say, I want to do Furies of Blows and punch him real quick.
No, he sees you coming at you, so there would be no surprise.
9.
And your
Dang it.
friend just announced it.
I got a 19. I can still do Furies of Blows.
I can still do it.
It's canonical.
All right, Eekhom, you beat Krail, so you get to move first.
Walk up with the sword pointed at me, and then Fury of Blow him into oblivion.
Yeah, do it up.
Okay. This is my first time. Okay, well, do I have a luck point, or do I have
take the
like
feat?
can I call a friend? No, so I rolled a 1 for those who are listening, but I get a second. Okay, so how does this work? I missed with a 1, but I think I get a second attack.
Yeah, so I believe you're using a key point to make a flurry of blows.
Flurry of Blows allows you to make multiple offhand attacks. That's what that does. It's not the name of an attack. It's an ability.
Starting at second level, your training allows you to harness Mystic Energy of Ki. So you spend points to do certain things. Immediately after you take the attack action, which you used your first attack, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Hot damn.
So now if you use 1 key point, you can take 2 more attacks.
Oh,
your fist.
okay. Well, then we're doing
Or
that.
your weapon. Yeah.
This is my first time playing a monk for those who are listening, so I appreciate you being patient with me. And if this doesn't get cut out by Dan. Okay.
That'll stay in because we're helping them learn as well. That's the fun part.
Yeah. All right, so I have Unarmed Strike and Fury of Blows are my 2 things. If I use it,
Yeah, so
the
unarmed
first
strike
attack
is your
was
attack.
my first attack.
Yes. So now
Got
make
it.
2 more.
So I can make 2 more unarmed strikes.
Correct.
Got it. Hiya! That is a 18 to hit,
That'll hit.
and then a 19 to hit.
Oh, it'll also hit.
All right.
Went from 0 to hero real quick.
Yep. So that was 9 bludgeoning damage for the first one and 5 for the second one.
Right in the gut. And you see he's wearing leather armor, so that definitely does a lot to this guy. Oh, goodness. Oh, screw you. And he's going to try and run past all of you to the frog. So, Alfie, which is the half-elf that owns a different shop around here, he is too timid and he's not a fighter or anything. He's just a citizen, so he's not taking anything. But you and Fut can take opportunity attacks.
Yeah, absolutely. I will take
Not you, Tony. He did not run into
Yeah,
your...
sorry, bro.
You're right.
I'm the one staring right him in the face.
Well, I have a 10-foot reach.
Yeah, but he knows you and he knows that, so he went just outside your reach.
Okay. I don't do opportunity attacks ever. Do I just roll for hit?
Just roll to hit. Yeah.
Okay. That is a 12 to hit, so I'm guessing good old nothing.
That's gonna miss. But you do see that Foot takes out his short sword and goes, "Stop! In the name of the Hulbeck Humanitarians!" and nicks him a little bit as he does 5 points of damage to Krail and gets a good little slash on his leg here. And now that he's done that, Krail is going to try and attack the frog. The toad, sorry. And he does hit the toad as he is going to do Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He did 8 points of damage on the toad.
Martha. I named the frog Martha. Martha, no.
As it does move to Regna's turn.
Well, I've dealt with your insolence for the last time as you begin to hurt my friend Martha, the mother. Face my wrath. And I'm going to beat his ass with a halberd. So I'm going to roll the hit. Ooh, only 2 attacks. That's a 16 and a...
That's a glancing blow.
Ooh, the second one is a 9. So the first one's going to hit. It's going to be 6 points of damage. And then I'm going to use my bonus action because I'm a polearm master to deal 1d4 worth of damage.
Oh, does polearm now just make damage?
So as a polearm master, as my feet, when I take the attacks action using a polearm, which is a glaive, halberd, quarterstaff, blah, 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 you could use the bonus action to make a melee attack with the opposite end using the same ability modifier. And it also lets me do, if somebody enters my reach.
Yeah, so you have to make the attack.
Yeah.
I just thought you were telling me to give it damage.
20.
It's like, that's not how that works.
And it's going to deal, 4 points of damage. As I hit him over the head with the other side.
And Foot immediately comes over, is like, please stop. Just stop. And he's going to take an attack. And you see he's going to completely miss and then put his shield up, all scared, as it moves back to Eekhom.
Everybody move back, because I need this, okay? I need this.
I'm going to go up and do... Alfie's not hostile, correct?
No.
Right, okay. I'm going to go up to Krill, use my movement. I'm going to walk up and do an unarmed attack or strike. And it is a 10.
Misses.
Dang it. I think I'm going to save my key point. So I think that's going to be it. That's all I'm going to do. I walk up. What?
You make a bonus action attack off
For
end.
free.
For free.
Oh, for free?
Yeah.
And it can be another unarmed strike too?
Yes.
Yes, but I don't believe it uses your modifier.
It does. He's a monk.
Oh, as a monk, it just always does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome.
Okay, cool. It's an 18, which
Hey.
hits. Thank you. And
That'll hit.
so then it does 7 points of damage, but you make a melee attack that involves using your body to deal one of the following. I can damage him, grapple, or I can shove him.
Well, I'm going to stop you there, and you tell me what happens as you pinpoint hit him on the last bit of damage there.
Okay, so we're just knocking him out. We're not killing him, right?
Yeah,
Or are we killing
yeah,
him? Knocking him out?
Yes.
All right. He's gonna, I'm going to do a quick punch. I ended up missing him because he was taking another step going towards the giant toad. And then as I wind up my next attack, I hit him right in the thigh, which cripples him to the ground. And then he falls into the water, splashing around.
Yes, as you hit him into the water, the frog looks down. Eats him.
What?
And then spits it out, and he hits a barrel. And it crashes in the barrel, unconscious. Good job, everybody. I think that was good teamwork. I'm gonna go time up now. And Fut just like runs over and ties up Krail. Well, as long as you're getting the toad out of here, I don't care what happens. Just clean up the water and make sure my customers don't have to look at it. And he goes back inside, all grumpy.
Wait, who's paying Krill, though? Because now we can get paid for that. And split it evenly, of course.
That was Hallworth, who just went inside.
Hey, Hallworth, I got a bone to pick with you. As I chase him down.
And while you go inside, Regna, what are you doing?
I look towards Martha, the toad, and I check up on her, and I try to ease her pain. How's she looking?
Oh, great.
She looks fine?
Yeah, there's a little cut, like, on her mouth from where he attacked her, so that kind of sucks, but otherwise, doing pretty good.
Oh, Martha, that's your kissing mouth for your children when you raise them. I try to, if she'll still have me, I try to gently ease her out of the drinking water, the drinking well, and try to guide her out.
Wait, hold on. I think I've got something in my shop I can help you with. And,
Thank you, Alfie.
you know, Alfie runs a little pet shop around here with some random little fey beasts that sometimes come out of the woods and just other normal pets, you know. So Alfie goes into his shop real quick and comes back out with some, you know, food and grub for the toad.
Right, so, use this, and, I think this might help. If you want, me and Jorby can take care of the toadlings in there and all the eggs.
Of course, Alfie, I would be much appreciated.
Jorby, let's figure this out!
And he runs over to Jorby, who runs the fruit stand. And so you now have some toad grub in your hand, so you can make that with advantage to just get the toad out of here in a timely fashion. The next check is going to be less hard because you managed to beat the first one.
Yeah, and this is animal handling, right?
Correct.
Ooh.
You just have to make it within a range.
Okay. You said advantage. The first one was an 11. That's 2 11s.
That is literally just outside the range. So it takes you about an hour of feeding the toad, making it understand what you want, and Alfie getting other stuff ready. And once you get the toad out, you see that Jorby and Alfie have put the frog eggs into 2 separate barrels and have put it onto Jorby's extra cart that he has lying around.
Very nice. Okay. Yeah, as I'm like guiding Martha out of the drinking well, I try to match her blinks like one at a time to let her know that I'm trying to communicate with her on her level. And yeah, that's what I'm doing for the hour. And I try to comfort her as much as possible.
And as you're doing that, we jump into Haworth's cafe.
Well, all right, listen, Eekhom, I understand, but now it is a god's issue, the HH issue, and it's not my issue anymore. So you did not do what I wanted to do, so I'm not going to pay. Sorry, that's that.
How dare you? You know death has a toll, okay? How dare you? We are saving and taking what we want, okay? Krill, you hired this man to try to take the life of that toad? We're handling this.
What else was I supposed to do? You guys weren't here. Nobody was around today.
But we are here now, and we handled it.
Good, and you can go handle it outside without me.
Should we leave the toad here? Or should we get paid and handle the toad?
Now, do you want to try and intimidate? Do you want to try and persuade Haworth? What is the action you're trying to do with Haworth?
Well, since my persuasion is -1 and my intimidation is -1 and my everything is so bad. You know, I'm probably trying to intimidate. Like, let's just play it. Just call it how it is.
Yeah. You're just going to contest the check here.
Okay. Ooh. It's a 4.
Right, well, listen, you get paid by the HH when you finish these type of jobs anyways, so I don't need to pay you. You know that, I know that. Have a good day.
And he goes back to baking.
Defeated, I walk out. Question real quick. Did Krill hit 0 hit points? Like, if there's a thing that says... Okay.
Did a non-lethal attack.
Well, okay, so I need a ruling on this.
Yeah, tell me what it is.
I have Touch of Death. When you reduce a creature within 5 feet of you to 0 HP, you gain +9 temporary hit points.
Yeah, I'll say that still works because he went unconscious, which means you essentially sap out some of his energy with your skills.
Yes. So as I walk out of the place, I see Krill standing there. And my hand comes out in a gesture, and you just see a slight mist come from Krill to me, and it's just a little bit of his life force.
Fut doesn't see you doing this and goes, he's dying on us, guys, he's dying on us, and then sees you. Oh, yeah, is that normal? Is he good?
Yes, it is. And I slowly quickly pick up the pace past him.
Right, hold up, Regna. Thank you for doing this, by the way. It means a lot. I wouldn't want anything to happen to such a beautiful creature like that. Now, I'm pretty sure these type of toads come from the eastern side of the forest. You know, they're probably down in the bog. They're not going to... If you put them in the lake, it's going to die. It's not going to do well in the lake. The eggs won't grow and hatch there. So, yes, please make sure you bring it back to the bog. It's going to be in the east. I don't know exactly where. I don't go in there often, but that is where I would head to make sure it gets back to its location.
Absolutely, Alfie. And Alfie, while I have your attention, may I inquire a question upon you?
Of course. What do you need?
How do you think Martha got to this well to begin with? Why would she leave the bog?
Right.
It seems out of her element.
I was thinking about that, actually. You see, normally they shouldn't, but a couple of things could happen, right? If the bog dried up, that could be a problem. And it came looking for water.
if something invaded its area, that also could have pushed it out, and it, ran away to save its offspring and lay its egg somewhere safe.
Interesting. I like to think that as I'm having this conversation, Martha's just like hitting Regna in the face with its tongue, and I'm scratching its jowls. It's like, interesting. Yes, of course. Yes. So if something happened to the bog and causing Martha to leave and come to the town of Hulbeck, then perhaps our attention should be spent there. At least a quick look around, and I think we'll start there. Thank you, Alfie.
Right.
Eekhom, Fut, come hither.
Safe travels to you, okay?
Thank you very much, Alfie, and you too, Jorby. I give him a sign of peace, and may Bahamut shine upon you.
Yeah, Jorby is a mute, also a hobgoblin, and mute hobgoblin at that runs the fruit stand, and it nods.
One day Bahamut will find his tongue.
So you walk out of the town square, and you now have your mission for the day. And as you walk past the guards, Fut does pass off Krail to the guards. All right. Yeah, we'll take care of it. Sorry, guys. We'll keep a better eye out. I promise.
See, you were busy playing your games of cards and gambling, acting, and partaking in the acts of the chromatics, and look what happened. Martha almost got hurt by Krail.
Oh, and he sees the frog. What's happening here?
Well, Martha came for refuge, and was almost shunned by one of our meanest civilians.
Let me say, I'm just glad I'm on post duty today. Good luck, Martha.
Well, this would have passed your. I'll have a stern talking with the both of you when I come back.
Okay, but no more games. You see, no more games. And he shows the table, and they're eating now.
Yes, everyone is entitled to their 1 hour lunch. Yes.
And as you walk away, they do pull out their cards again once you're out of sight.
I'm not looking back because I trust you.
So you make your way to the eastern side of the town, and as you walk, the shops turn into houses, the houses turn into farms, the farms turn into little shacks where some people who don't have as much money live on the outskirts. And eventually you reach the edge of the forest, and you enter. It is still pretty early in the day. It's probably around 11 o'clock in the day. You did a good job getting Martha out of there. But you did spend an extra hour once you needed it to get out. So I'm just considering that on my own end. And you walk into the forests. Now, whoever would like, you can discuss amongst yourselves. You need to start making survival checks to kind of get through the area here.
Survival. Okay.
I am one with the woods here. Okay. I got this. It's a 25?
Very good. You seem to make your way okay, and because it's so close to the outskirts of the woods, you immediately find a lot of the slime of the toad and the tracks of the toad from where it immediately came out, where it was very muddy and very dirt covered. So that's pretty easy on your first part of the trek here. But because Tony did spend an extra hour getting the toad out, you realize that it's difficult to find any water around here, and you notice that the toad starts to pant, and it is going to take some damage as it is losing moisture. And you see that the toad takes 2 points of damage on this first part of the trek here.
The tides of time are coming for our toad.
As your toad is beginning to dry out.
Oh no, he needs water. I try to reach in my pack and I try to lather him up a little bit.
Yeah, you notice it's nice for the frog, but not enough to actually help diminish any of the negative effects. As you walk further into the wood, please make another survival check.
I'm pretty good at survival. Are you good at survival?
No.
Okay, cool. Oh, me. Oh, it's a 23. Wait, it landed on a 3 and it's a 23? I don't understand.
That is successful.
Okay. On my screen, it was a clear 3. I don't understand.
You rolled a 17 plus 6 on my screen.
It was clearly a 3 on my screen. I have no idea.
So you made it successfully to the next part of the woods and find the tracks, but you realize you need to start finding some water here. So whoever would like, please make me an investigation check through the woods to try and find your frog some water.
I've done survival. You do investigation.
Sure, I will try to make an investigation check. A 16.
16 is not going to do it for this location, as you just missed the DC for that. and you can't seem to find a big enough area of water, and you know you just need to move on or it's going to be worse for the frog. So you move on without water, and the frog, or the toad, sorry, does take 1 point of damage, so not bad.
Ticking away.
It's okay, Martha. We struggle so that we may find refuge.
And as you move forward through the woods, because your first 2 checks were so good, you realize that there's a bit of an opening ahead, and you see a bunch of rock ledges, and you see crows, and you see a dirt path running through the rocks, kind of slithering through, and it's less thick ahead. What are you guys doing?
Could I make a perception check to see if there's maybe another path around?
Yeah, of course.
How about a 22?
Oh, 22 is great. So with a perception check, you realize that the path around would work, and you can, go around this area, but it would take an extra hour to get around, probably, most likely, because it's very thick around this area. You're getting thicker into the woods. You're not close to the bog yet. It's a bit dense.
For Martha's sake, I think we should go this way.
All right, so you think there could be dangers ahead? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So, all right, you want to go around, waste an hour, and is that what you want to do, Regna?
Insight check on the toad to see how she's holding up.
You don't need to do an insight check. You know that the toad is not feeling great and is looking dry.
We may need to cut through, Eekhom. I know it's protocol to take the safest route, but for Martha's sake, for her health, we may need to cut through. But, are you familiar with the wood? Does he have any skills that might help?
Not that much, and he does a history check, and yeah, when he looks at you and kind of shrugs. I hike a little bit.
Okay. Are you magically gifted in any way?
No.
He's a fighter?
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay. So, okay. Well, we're gonna need you to take up the rear, so we may charge into battle together.
The rear, yeah, okay, I can do that. I can certainly do that.
So I want you to focus on everything behind us as we advance forward without losing pacing. Okay. Do I have any history of the forest here, of like what creatures might be in it?
You are fairly new, so I would say you can it's an easier check, but it would be a disadvantage.
Okay.
But it is a fairly easy check. Nature check.
Nature.
If you're discerning something about the animals.
Oh, it's gonna be... Yeah, it's a 2.
Yeah, you're still learning about the woods, so most of what you've learned is just from the select battles you've done and the specific memories, not your actual, training in the woods and reading.
Oh, since Martha is friendly towards me now, she gets my aura of protection.
Yes.
Yeah, so also for Jared. So the differences now with the monk, so he can use dexterity for his unarmed strikes. So it's called dexterous attacks. You can use your dexterity modifier when using an unarmed strike, and unarmed strikes are now made as a bonus action. So that's what grants it all the modifiers.
Right, okay.
Inferior blows makes it get 2 per bonus action. He has 2 attacks.
So you can attack twice and then a bonus action, or flurry of blows, or whatever else you do.
So I can attack twice, and then on my second attack, I can use a chi, then I can attack total of 4 times if I use my chi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your key.
Woo!
And they're called focus now. But
Oh. Everybody's going to know what we're talking about, though. All right. So you walk forward into this little opening, and you see this path winds in between stones and ledges and rocks. And perched up on these stones and ledges and rocks are quite a lot of crows. Echoing through this little valley.
ravens, the bird of the shadow.
Yes, there are swarms of ravens all around.
Martha, stay close.
And sure enough, as you move forward, the ravens all of a sudden stop cawing, and all their heads turn to the toad. It goes dead silent.
The bird of the endless dusk has stopped.
They all slowly start turning their heads, and they start lifting up their wings and hobbling down the stones. Everybody please roll initiative.
Okay.
I was trying to think if I could scare them off. 16.
All right, the crows got a 17. Got a good old 11. We start the initiative with Fut,
What?
who sees the crows flying down. Guys, I think the crows are coming. They're dangerous, right? And he is going to take out his short bow and start just shooting at these dang crows. So with a short bow attack, you see that Fut is going to just barely miss some of these crows and start to panic as it goes to Eekhom.
All right.
The crows to the north of you are about 20 feet above you. The crows all around you are on the ground level.
Do any of them enter my reach?
I think one of them do.
I would like to use a reaction. So I'm going to go ahead and hit one with the Pull-on Mastery Opportunity attack when they enter.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and do that. So it's a 13.
13 is going to hit.
Nice. All right. Cool. Oh, that's 14 points of damage.
Oh, 14 is going to be very nice.
Yeah, I did max damage on that.
And you see some of the crows go down as you pierce through a bunch and then throw them off your blade.
Huzzah!
As it continues on
Huzzah!
to Eekhom's turn.
I see a swarm of ravens right next to me. I pivot around it just to be kind of in the center of all the ravens as possible. And then so that's my movement. For my action, I will use Hour of Reaping. And what that does is, as an action, each creature within 30 feet that can see me must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, these 3 will. The other 4 will not.
So they must make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened until the end of the turn. End of the next turn.
Gotcha. Hour of Reaping, DC 14. I see it. Some of these crows are going to roll. That's a nat 20, sorry. That's a fail. And that's a success. And these crows up here also actually, that's a fail. That's a fail. So you see that the crows at the edge, you barely reach, of the northeast and the northwest. And the crows directly in front of you also fail. So 3 of those crows are feared.
Cool. And so, okay, I only get 1 attack action, but I can attack twice per turn, but that's only when I do the attack action, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right, and then for my bonus action, I could still attack because that's under the bonus action.
You have an extra attack as a bonus action if you use your main attack action first. That's part of 2 weapon fighting, which is your fists.
Oh, yep, here it is. Unarmed strike. Got it. Okay, cool. It was just in a bonus action. That's my turn.
Yeah. So you can use a bonus action if you like to spend a key point to use Patient Defense or Step of the Wind, maybe. So Patient Defense, you can use the dodge action. It makes crows hard to hit you.
I see. And there's quite a few crows. You know what? That's probably a good call. So Patient Defense, you take a dodge action as your bonus action on this turn.
Correct.
But can I use that as a reaction or no?
No.
I have to use it during my turn?
Yeah, it's during your turn as a bonus action. Would you like to spend a key point or no?
I will. I'm doing it.
Okay. So you are currently in a dodge. As it does move to these crows, you see that some of these crows are frightened and are going to run away from you. And then you see that the crows closest to you do come up to you and see that you're in front of its meal and are going to try and attack you at disadvantage. And at disadvantage, I don't think they're going to hit you with an 11.
No.
Yeah, that's perfect. As you see, the other swarm of crows near Regna is going to take just a normal attack action at the giant toad because it wants to eat. That's a 13, which you said your benefits don't give extra AC, correct?
They do not.
And the toad, unfortunately, has an AC of 11, so that is going to hit. Oh, you halved it. Sorry, so that is not going to be the damage. The damage is actually only 4. So you do see that the toad is taking some damage, though. It takes 4 points of damage, and it's dried, and now, because it's dry, a lot easier to peck into as a crow takes some toad meat off it. The other ravens are going to come down to the toad as well in the back, and they're also going to make an attack. First on Fut. On Fut, that's going to completely miss with an 11. I kind of wish that was on the toad. Oh no. And the other ravens are going to get a critical hit on Martha.
No!
Oh my god, that is... Holy shit. That is 16 points of damage. And Martha is now looking pretty dang hurt here as we go to Regna's turn.
Okay. So she looks messed up, right?
Definitely.
I'm going to heal Martha.
Okay.
I'm going to use Lay on Hands, and I'm going to bring back up to 10 hit points on Martha.
You gonna do full 10?
A full 10 points of health.
There you go. Martha's feeling pretty happy there. You even see the lip scar is gone. Could have scarred, but you healed it. So that's nice.
Martha, you will be safe. Yeah, my bonus action is just gonna be, I'm gonna use Hunter's Mark. So on the damaged group of ravens, I'm going to use Hunter's Mark. I'll put a Hunter's Mark on the group behind the toad. So on the north side of the toad, next to Fut, I will mark that, and I'll mark it with this color.
Gotcha. It goes to Martha. Martha is going to actually attack the ravens that are directly to the left there. And you see that Martha is going to definitely hit with a 23.
Oh,
as those ravens are completely destroyed.
nice.
Tongue out, eats them. Gone.
Oh, nice lunch.
And it's going to move back up to the top of the round, where Fut is very nervous because he didn't expect to get into a fight today. Okay. I'm working on it. The first one was to scare him off, but this one's going to hit, I promise. As he's going to take pull out his longsword now and take out a normal attack. That's going to hit. That's really good for a dirty 20 on slashing damage. And that's going to be 7 points of damage, diminishing the swarm quite a bit. Hopefully they're doing less damage now. As it moves back to Eekhom.
Eekhom is going to get some licks in on the ravens right in front of him and is going to do an unarmed strike and rolls a nat 20. And then I get to roll again and rolls a 12.
The 12 is a glancing blow.
So 11 on the first one. Are we just doubling it?
So for me, I use the Perkins crit, so you automatically get the full, and then roll one more die. So that 11 counts, and then add full on top of that. So you rolled 11, so plus 8 is 19.
Oh, you don't get the +4. Okay,
No,
I
exactly.
see. I see.
Yes, so 19 points of damage, and you just literally sucker punch at least 5 crows right in the face.
I am death, not you, bird. And I move.
And the next damage?
Was just rolled it. Sorry, I don't know what it said.
Also 11.
11.
As you destroy the rest of these crows, you sucker punch a bunch of crows, and they just all go limp, and they're twitching on the ground.
I did one karate chop, and 4 birds ran into it. That was the last ones.
Right.
All right.
So you see... Oh, yeah. Do you have a bonus action you want to do or no?
So here's a question. Can I key a bonus action if I move and hit something else?
Correct. You can because you use the attack action.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, wow. Martha's right next to me. So excited. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I am not going to do that, though, because I feel like I'm just blowing through these key points, and I don't know when the next rest is going to be.
You can take a bonus action attack, which is nice.
Oh, because I attacked.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what's laying down. So I got a 15.
It's
Sweet. And I'm hitting the one that is Hunter's marked
Correct.
for 6 damage. So after karate chopping the birds, I actually grabbed one of the birds in my hand in a fist and punched another bird while it was in my fist, and then dropped both of them to the ground.
very nice. And you see that this swarm is definitely dwindling now and doesn't look like it would do much more damage were it to attack. So these 3 crows, I had planned for something like this, actually. So mechanic in play, these crows, even though your ability is technically only once per turn, these crows are going to make one more wisdom saving throw on their turn, and if they succeed, they're coming back. If they don't, they're leaving because they're too scared. So I got to be a 14. They have a +2, I believe, on wisdom. No, +1. The ones to the west succeed and come back. The ones to the south fail and fly away because they're too scared. The ones to the northeast pass and come back to you.
That's their whole movement.
For the ones to the east, that's their whole movement because they were too far, but the ones to the west are able to attack the toad. So they're going to do that. Sorry, toad. Are you fucking kidding me? I got another nat 20.
Oh, wait, against the toad?
Yes.
Oh, no, that's bad. No.
That is 14 points of damage on the toad. Martha is looking worse for wear. This is bad for Martha. The other one is going to attack Eekhom because you attacked them. So they're like, screw this. And It's going to miss with a 14, correct?
That's correct.
And then the ones that are still engaged with Fut are going to try and attack for an 18 to hit, as Fut is about to take 7 points of damage. We move back to Regna's turn.
I will lay the smack down. I can't stand in Eekhom's space, right?
No. Well, you can't end your turn there.
Okay, I'm just gonna attack this swarm right here. I'm gonna do my 2 attacks. My halberd. Oh, it's a 9 to miss. Second attack is a 26.
That'll definitely hit.
6 points of slashing damage, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to use the other one to hit it. That's gonna be a 26 to hit. That's gonna be 4 points of damage.
So 10 total. I like that, as you are cutting down this swarm.
For his light.
The giant toad is going to look at the swarm you just hit. Looks yummy, I think.
Martha, feast.
And that's going to be
Feast, Martha.
13. Oh boy. 5 points of damage. Gets these toads down quite a bit. And then it's also going to take 8 points of poison damage. And you see a bunch of these crows cough midair, stall, and then all just fall and drop to the ground.
Nice.
As it moves back to the top of the round, your new recruit looking scared. Looking scared he is. But he's attacking nonetheless. Fighting the swarm above him. He's going to completely miss and holds up his shield, blocking a bunch of crows. He's missing because the crows are kind of getting in his eyes, and he is just trying to bat so many of them off. Eekhom, what are you doing?
I am attacking the marked crows again. I'm gonna karate chop the hell out of them. That's the plans.
Please do that.
With a 13
13 hits.
and a 20. It's dirty.
Also hits.
It's dirty 20. All right. So that's 10 damage for the first one and 12 damage for the second one.
Oh my goodness.
Does that kill him? I'm sure it does, right?
Nearly.
Nearly? What? That's 20? What? How is it not dead? I just hit him last turn. What?
Oh, that's the toad. Sorry, that's the one that's already hit.
Right?
Yeah, that's dead.
All right. And then as I just go into a fist of fury, hitting everything that's possible, as the final one in that pack dies, I just say, it's time for the final slumber, and I just punch it to the ground.
Are you using your bonus attack on the ravens next to you?
You bet your... Why but? All right. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then we're doing a 10 damage to that one. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. How is that possible?
You rolled a 6 plus 4. Might not be shown correctly.
Oh, it was upside down. It looked like a 9. Got it. Okay, that's what was
Oh
wrong.
my god.
And those ravens are looking kind of hurt.
It's my turn.
And they're mad at you, so they're attacking you, by the way.
Good. Bring it.
Ooh, does a 19 hit.
Does.
And these guys are still full swarm, so they're going to do 2d6. Oh, I rolled both 6s. What the fuck? That is 12 points of damage.
Good. That's what I want to hear.
And the other one that is attacking ya boy, Foot, completely misses because he has his shield up, blocking a bunch of damage. Regna, what are you doing?
I'm going to lay the smackdown on some birds. So I'm going to go help Foot. Be like, don't lose your footing. And I go ahead and do a series of attacks. That is a 17 to hit and a 25 to hit. It's going to be, the first attack is going to do 12 points of slashing. And the second attack
Owie.
is going to do 13 points of slashing.
Also known as dead damage.
I'm like, and I'm like poking each bird. I'm skewing them.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Oh, God, that was scary.
And I feed them to Martha off the halberd.
Just for fun, let's see if Martha can eat this last one.
I stop Martha from doing it and say, I got this.
Well, it's its turn, so it's not listening to you.
Dang it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's 14 points of damage, and yeah, Jared, you just tell me how you finish these crows.
Do I get to finish him?
Yeah.
Awesome.
You see that they're scared and trying to run away.
Do I take him down to 0?
But they're gone. Yeah, they're definitely getting dead.
But I mean, do I touch a death them?
Yes.
Yay! I say, as they're flying away, I say, oh, it's not time for that. It's vanquishing hours. And I come down with both fists and just hit the 2 last birds that were trying to fly away into the ground. And then with a splat, you just see feathers go everywhere.
Martha looks happy to not be hit anymore, but she is very bloodied and not looking very good.
Oh, Martha, And I'm gonna give her a healing potion if that's possible, if she'll have it.
Yeah, you sure can.
Yeah. We give her a normal potion. Supposed to be 10 hit points.
10 back. That's definitely helping Martha. You see Fut will offer up one of his as well.
The life force is fleeting out of this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and help with the toad. I'm sorry I wasn't as helpful there. I'm still kind of new to all this.
How is one so nervous at all times?
Well, no, I'm not normally that nervous. It's a new job, so I'm trying to be good at my job.
Normally one is nervous in fight, but you nervous all time.
I mean, I guess you could say that.
Oh, I can't leave him alone. He's a good lad. And I put my bloodied raven palm on top of his head as I try to reassure him.
And you see that he pulls out a med kit and goes over the toad. I was actually, I'm an okay fighter, but I was more of a medic back in Fillmore, so I think I can tend to some of these wounds here. And he does have the healer feat, or the battle medic feature from his backgrounds, because that happens now. You have background features, which is interesting. So utilizing an action, you can expend one of your healer's kits to tend to a creature within 5 feet of yourself. The creature can expend one of its hit dice, so I'm just saying it gets to use one of Fut's, and restore hit points up to that, +2. So Fut's hit dice, I believe, are 8 at fighter.
D10.
10. D10, look at that. So it's going to get a D10 +2. Oh, that's 8 back. That's really good. And you see that Martha's almost back to full health.
Good job, Fut.
I do what I can, How about we press forward?
Well, how much shines his grace upon you? His platinum ways. And we press on.
And you see that this rocky path is a lot easier to traverse since it's not very dense. And as you go through, you do find a tiny little pond of sorts. And that means that you get a free little pond. You don't have to roll since you decide to go through the front way, fighting the ravens. And you don't have to lose damage, Martha. Good on you.
Nice.
Martha's feeling really good now that she found a pond. And you see that when she sits in it, her skin absorbs almost the entirety of the pond. And there's not a lot of water left. Really, really tiny pond there.
That will have no repercussions later. You keep going forward.
And as you keep going through the woods, you're going to have to make me some more survival checks. So if that is Eekhom, please do the job.
I got this. A nat 20.
Easy.
So it's a 26. Whatever way you want to slice it. Look, guys, I know the woods so well.
So you're able to look at the edge of this clearing and you realize that the moisture is a little more dense as you walk towards one area than another, and that must be towards the bog. And whoever else would like to do an investigation check to find some water for Martha, please do so.
All right. Ooh, a 4.
That's going to fail as Martha is going to take 8 points of damage.
What?
Wait, she just absorbed all the water, right?
Yeah, but as you've been walking for some time,
A lot of time's passed.
time is passing as we're doing these survival checks.
Everything's going to be okay, Martha. Everything's going to be okay, I promise.
I gotta say, how did one frog get so far away from their home?
And the reason it's taking you time to walk through is because you are carrying this cart with you with all of Martha's eggs, little tapple babies. And we have one more, possibly, survival check. This one is much easier because you've just been blowing through them, Eekhom.
Look, let me show you how to fail it, okay?
There's-
Here's a 10.
There's no way. I put a
Help action.
Do you have proficiency in survival?
Yeah.
Then you cannot provide the help actions, sorry.
Ooh.
In order to provide help actions in my campaigns, fun fact, you need to have proficiency in whatever the thing is.
Oh, is this a homebrew rule?
Yes, correct.
Oh, I was about to be like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a tick. I'm going to have to fumble through these pages
I
right
don't
now.
like it, but I don't like it right now.
So that means an automatic fail. You are not going to find water as you go through here. But the DC is easier next time, so give me one more survival check as Martha takes 6 points of damage.
How about a 17?
That'll do it.
Ever turning, we march forward. Relentless marching.
You see that Martha gets a little scared as you reach the bog. things are getting a little more humid, a little more muddy and damp. And when you make your way through another clearing, you find yourself at a circular, kind of mossy pond of sorts, a really big pond.
Really big pond, really big.
Really big pond.
Ah, Martha, I think we found your home in a proper space, but let us check the area to make sure it's safe. No, how do I say this? Little water dragons surfing about. Yes.
So as you reach this large-sized pond, you hear a lot of like small, tiny toads in the distance. You hear crickets as well. And there is a dense fog, so you can't really see through the tree lines to the horizon. And when you look towards the pond, you can tell that there are something that probably looks like maybe alligators or something reptilian in the pond. And this must be why Martha left.
Martha, is this why you left? And I gesture to the alligators. Of course.
And you see Martha's not moving anywhere past the tree line.
Oh, Martha, there's just a couple of alligators. I walk over the dock there and I approach it. We can easily handle this. It's just a couple of gators.
You see eyes poking up in the pond.
All right, listen now and listen well, gators. This is not your home. I know you come here to have a hearty meal, but Martha is not it. And I demand that you gators leave and find another source of water or face the dragony wrath of my radiant breath.
They just blink.
Do we have TNT? I feel like we really use some TNT right now.
I've got an arrow. I do have an arrow.
Wait, I might have something for this
I
situation.
have a flask of alchemy. I have hand axes. Sickle. I don't have too much.
So it's just alligators in the water, right? That we see as a hostile so far.
You don't see any other creatures in this area. You hear frogs and crickets and stuff. You see the eyes peering at you, glaring.
It is like multiple sets of alligators.
Looks like it.
If we wanted to count how many alligators.
You want to do a perception check?
Yep.
Yeah, give me a
That's
perception
what I was
check.
waiting for. Cool, 24.
Yeah, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see 5 heads.
All right.
I could conjure an animal on the opposite side of the lake, and hopefully they take the bait and scurry after it.
But that only fixes the issue temporary, as opposed to more permanent solution.
I'm sorry, am I missing something? Are these not just basic alligators? Could we not just attack them?
You know what? You're right. Why don't you take the first shot as we sit here and see you graduate?
I mean, I certainly can. I have a bow on me if you'd like that.
Perfect.
I just don't know if,
on that side of
we're trying to
the
protect
pond.
all the animals in this area.
Oh, yeah.
And he looks at Regna.
Definitely.
Well, it's just a simple food chain. I mean, we can intimidate, but we shouldn't really be killing alligators for no reason.
Oh, okay. So what do you think?
All right. You go to that side of the pond. We live Martha over here, and then we see if all of the alligators go towards you.
You see some of the heads turn towards Fut as he's going towards the other side.
All right, I'm going to reach into my bag of tricks, my gray bag of tricks, and I'm going to take out a fuzzy ball, a fuzzy object from the bag, and I'm going to throw it up to 20 feet. So on the western part of the lake, on this boggy lake, I'm going to throw a fuzzy object from the gray bag of tricks. It's going to poof into an animal for up to 24 hours, and then it will disappear after. So I rolled the 8.
What kind of animal?
It is a 6. Ooh. A giant badger.
Badger, okay. And then
A giant.
roll me a performance check. It did see you, they saw you throw it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is an actual animal, though, but I do get that. Performance check.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, that's good. So you see that one of the heads turns, and with a flash, a bunch of water comes up. Everybody roll me a perception check with disadvantage as this spew of water sprays up into a mist and then comes down, and you see the badger is gone.
That 20. What?
With a disadvantage?
Yeah, did you do disadvantage?
No.
I did.
An 11.
Jared, I see your roll. So with a 23, you can tell that was not a gator. You don't know what it is, but that was not a gator, and something lashed out and immediately came back, almost like giant snakes.
Oh.
I call it to Fut. But
What was that?
I wouldn't be over there anymore.
Why not? And then out of the bog, poof, explodes a giant 5-headed hydra.
Oh my god. They weren't alligators at all.
Roll initiative.
How do we confuse that? Oh, 7. Martha, a Hydra? A Hydra, Martha? Martha, I know you're hurt, but a warning would have been perfectly fine. Would have sufficed. It would have been appreciated.
Like
Could have spoke with animals.
5 ribbits could have just told us what we needed to know.
Imagine
here.
if one of you in the party had speak with animals. How helpful would that be right now?
Wait, I might have that. Actually, no, I do not.
Do you actually?
No.
Okay, so Eekhom got a 12, Fut got a 16.
Wait, why does he get to roll twice on initiative?
His advantage because of feats.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a...
I want that.
Sorry, it was a 14. The giant toad also got a 14. And the hydra got a 13. All right, let us switch to the combat map. Oh, yeah. Outside of the boggy little pond bursts this 5-headed hydra. Red eyes, pale gray skin, razor-sharp teeth, and 5 heads glare at Regna, Eekhom, and the toad. One turns back and looks at Fut, licks its lips, and lets out a screech. Fut takes out his longbow. Shakily. Oh no! Takes a shot towards these hydras. That's going to be 17 to hit. As you see that the hydras take 5 points of damage.
The hydras?
The hydra heads.
All of the hydras?
Attached to the hydra. The hydra takes all damage and stuff, you know? Never run a hydra before, but this is fun. Fut hits it with an arrow. Very scared. The toad takes a dodge action. And we move to the hydra because the hydra got a 13 over your 12 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
You see one of the heads goes over to Fut. 2 heads go towards Regna. 2 heads go towards Eekhom. They're actually going to stay a little farther away from you there. But it doesn't matter for you because you got stuff. And they're going to take a bunch of attacks. Woo! First Fut. Fut is immediately going to take some damage here as the hydra attacks for 7. Fut immediately gets bit on the arm, but its armor helps him a little bit as he grimaces. Who should we attack next? Let's attack Regna. Regna, you are going to take a 25 and a 22 to hit.
Yep.
As you take 16 points of damage.
Okay. I would like to make a reaction as they enter my space to attack back.
Yes.
So on one of them. Okay. Cool. Oh, nice. It's going to be 23 to hit.
23 will definitely hit.
Yeah, it's going to be 11 points of slashing damage. All right. That's my reaction.
Perfect. As the other 2 heads are going to attack Eekhom. Eekhom, you are going to get possibly hit with a 18.
Yep.
And a 27.
Mm-hmm.
As you take 16 points of damage as well. As it moves to your turn.
To moi. Okay.
As they lick their lips again. I have a feeling Eekhom is going to be a very welcome guest to this battle.
Yes. I am going to first start off by... I'm going to go to head number 5. We're just going to kill them in order. You know what I mean? Just go down the list. So we're going to go right to left and just knock them out.
Because your spear does have reach.
It has a range of 20, but I think that's to throw it. Reach has a 5.
No, so you need a reach of 10 to hit this guy.
Oh, it's because that's why he's farther away. So wait, he hit me, but then he moved
They
away.
have a reach of 10, yes.
So isn't that a reaction?
No, not when they have a reach.
Okay, so then I'm gonna have to move up to 4.
Mechanical mumbo jumbo, yeah.
Okay, so those listening, it's about 10 away.
10 feet away from him, yes. Head 5.
Yep, so I wasn't able to hit number 5, so I'm going to head number 4. I like balance, and this is ruining it. So I'm going to attack with the spear. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that puppy, and it's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
So then it does 8 damage.
What does your second attack do?
It's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Assuming that hits. So it's going to do 5 damage.
Okay. Are you doing any key stuff, or are you just doing a bonus action?
So if I can do my bonus action. Oh, so the key is the bonus action.
No,
right?
No, you always have a bonus action that's an unarmed strike. If you use a key point, you make 2 attacks on your bonus action
instead of 1. Yep.
Just the 1. I see. So I'll do that. So I get 2. So I'm using a key point, and I will do 2 Fury Blows.
Please do.
Okay, well, I got a nat 1 on the first one, so glad I got an extra 1, which is a 14.
Oh, that just misses.
Goodness. Disappointing.
That's rough.
Okay, so I moved, used my action, I used my bonus action. I am done as I see the sands of time ticking away.
Regna, this immediately looks pretty perilous. You know this is going to be a tough, if not impossible fight. What are you doing?
Do I know anything about hydras?
Give me a history check.
Ooh, 17.
Yes. You just give me a number, 1 or 2. Which one do you want?
2.
So you know this bit of information, and that is a free check on your turn. Hydras have an ability to regrow their heads when you cut them off.
Yeah, so that was the information I was looking for to see if I knew that. Okay, I'm going to use a bonus action to use my Channel Divinity, my Vow of Enmity. And what that does is that as a bonus action, you can choose a creature you can see within 10 feet of you and gain advantage on attack rolls against it for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 HP.
Yes, and technically all these heads count as one creature. So.
Cool, that was what I was looking for. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to use my attacks against it. Yeah, I'm just going to use my halberd. I'm going to attack head number 3.
So your Vow of Enmity is a bonus action?
Yes.
Cool.
So I get advantage on all attacks. So let's give me a 21 to hit on my first attack.
Yep.
My second attack, I would like to hit head 2. That's a that one. Look at this. I get advantage. Yeah. So I'm only going to land 1 attack. And I'm going to deal 10 points of slashing damage to it. And then I'm going to yell over as my free action, be like, try not to decapitate. Yes, and that's going to be my turn.
So now that this head on the far north side is right up in Fut's face, Fut switches to the longsword and does still have the shield out. He blocks some of the attack with the shield and then rolls to hit with an 18, equaling 24 total. Is going to do nice 10 points of damage to this head in the back. Understood, I'll try my best. But no promises. I'm just gonna attack what I can. As it moves to the giant toad, who takes a little dodge action again. And the Hydra rears its heads, is mad that it's getting hit a bunch, and is going to attack again, first on Fut. As Fut says that, yelling to you, and this Hydra comes down, gnawing, with an 18 that will barely hit. You see that Fut is going to take 12 points of damage, and is definitely starting to look hurt, as a lot of the armor is now torn and bleeding. The 2 Hydras near you, Regna, are definitely going to attack. It's going to be a nat 1. The first one bites into the dock as you dodge up over. That's going to be a 21 to hit on the other head, as you'll take 14 points of piercing damage.
Not fun.
Not fun, as the other 2 glare at Eekhom. A 21 and a 23 to hit you, Eekhom. Hopefully this is low. Not quite, as you take 18 points of damage. What are you doing on your turn, Eekhom, as these guys are really doing lots of damage? You know you've done some pretty good damage to it as well, and its heads look scraped and bruised and battered.
So are potions bonus action? Are we doing potions
If you do a bonus action, you roll it. If you do a main action, you get the full benefit.
Well, I'm going to have to use it as bonus action.
Using your grater?
Yep.
So
we're going to go ahead and use that. So, that was pretty good.
That was good.
So I got 13 on that.
This can be very helpful moving forward.
So that is my bonus action. I'm going to then attack the same head. We're going to go from there. I'm going to roll for my spear, which is a 17 to hit.
The hits.
Then I'm going to roll for damage, which is 10 damage.
10 on the first. Okay. Give you another attack.
Okay. And then it's a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And then that's a 13 damage.
Great. And you said you're unarmed. You're not doing flurry of blows. You're just doing.
I want to do. So I'm still trying to figure this out, so I apologize. I want to use a key point to do patent defense, so I'm go to a dodge action.
Cool. So you're using one of your key points to dodge. What does your stance look like as you're dodging?
It is in, I'm on my, legs are spread, knees are bent, hands are up, and I am on my tippy toes, just ready to move in any direction.
Tony was probably sweating on that last attack.
Not feel great.
Almost like a Zoidberg.
As it moves to Tony, what are you doing?
I'm gonna keep the offense for one last time, hopefully.
Hopefully.
First, I'm gonna use a bonus action to cast a spell. I'm gonna use Hunter's Mark.
Hey, nice.
Yep. So it's a concentration spell. Okay. Yeah, I'll cast that first level, and it's gonna cast Hunter's Mark, and then I'm going to attack head number 3 with my first attack. So I have advantage. 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Nice. With my second attack, I'm going to attack head 2. So I'm kind of like going in between both heads. We'll do the first damage first, actually. So the first attack is going to be, it's going to be 11 points of damage, and I'm going to smite it.
Are you sure you want to smite it?
Fuck you. No.
No, I'm happy to if you smite it.
No, I take back. I don't want to smite it.
You sure? It'll do a lot of damage.
I
This
know
guy's
it will.
already looking pretty fucked up.
Yeah, no, I don't want to smite it. So I'll do the 11 plus just the Hunter's Mark, which is the 6, which is 1d6 on top of that. So it's additional 4 points of damage. Then the head number 2, I'm going to attack.
I think you should smite it regardless.
No, I'm going to attack head 2. Gets that 20.
Oh, do you have 3 attacks?
No. I only, that was my first attack on head 3. And my second attack is going to be head 2.
So, okay, so you did 16 or 15 on the first one.
Yeah. And then my second attack was a nat 20.
All right.
Where was it? So it's going to be an instant 10 plus.
Yeah.
23 total.
Plus Hunter's Mark, because all the heads are Hunter's marked.
That's why I hate being a DM. This is why I hate about being a DM.
I think you should smite at this point.
I don't want to smite just yet.
Give me the D6.
Well, I'm going to give you the all right, you know, it's 4.
Yep.
So that's 27 points of damage.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
You don't want to smite?
No.
Okay, now I'm confused. All right.
Well, wait.
At this point, you should smite, man.
At this point, I should smite? I don't know.
At this
I
point,
think
you
you're
just
baiting
smite.
me. Should I smite?
I'm not. At this point, it's already there, so you smite.
Oh, okay, all right. Then I was nice. All right, I will smite. I will smite this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and smite on an amazing 27. On top of that, 27 points of damage. That's gonna be,
Big boy damage.
oh yeah, it is an additional 2d8 plus 1d8. So I'm gonna do it at second level. So it's gonna be 3d8. Yeah. 17. Now, question: because it was a crit, does the smite dice still work?
Yeah, because you're choosing to crit on wait, was your crit on the first head?
No, it's on the head 2. The stack right now.
Yeah, so then yes, yeah.
So
Add your dice.
so it's
then it should
17
be-
plus what's 8 times 3? 8, 16, 24. 34, 40
Yeah,
points
88
of damage.
Total. 83 total.
Yeah.
83 total points of damage as head 3 gets fucking obliterated, and you see a stub fall into the water.
Once again, Bahamut's might blesses me this day as I slice the head off. Wait, is it dead or what's going on?
The head
The
is
head
dead.
went down. Yeah, that head's gone.
I feel baited.
The other head's still up.
Yeah, I feel baited. I'm gonna end my turn. I feel baited.
No, we'll discuss in the after show. And definitely didn't bait you, but you end your turn and moves to Fut, who is freaking out. Maybe Fut can do something good here, but he's just gonna attack normally because that's all he can really do. That's a 24 to hit, which is good for him, and he does a total of 6 points of damage. And this Hydra's looking fucked fudged up.
But you better start swinging with
Fudged
your
up.
fucking back into it. I mean, start swinging with your back into it.
As he does a bonus action.
Time is of the essence.
Second wind. You see he... You've got this, you've got this, you've got this. And he breathes in deeply and takes 12 points of health back. The toad again takes a dodge action and just watches.
This is for Martha.
And head 1, you know it's attacking. Fut, good job getting some health back. As it's definitely gonna hit. Sorry, Fut.
I like how you gave props to your own NPC.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. And Fut takes 8 points of damage. So that's really working well that he did that. Let's go to Eekhom first this time. You're gonna get attacked first. It'll be an nat 1. It was a 2. Missed with a 10. Disadvantage, baby.
Woo!
The next one gets a 15 to hit.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Misses as you're basically dancing, jumping on its head, jumping back off onto the dock, doing fancy footwork as this thing gets really, really mad. Regna, one head's attacking you.
Bring it on.
That was an 11 sound.
Sounds great as it misses. Ooh.
And as the turn ends, you see the water begin to bubble where you just defeated one of the heads.
Stupid.
And from where one head disappeared, 2 re-enter. And this Hydra gains 20 points of health back. Screeches, looks you dead in the eye.
I feel baited again. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Eekhom, what are you doing?
Can we obviously can't walk in the water, right?
Unless you have features that'll allow you.
So it's marked right now. What is that? What bonus does that?
That's just
does that
for
give me any?
Regna.
That's just for me.
All right.
You notice that the Hydra's still looking pretty bloody, even though it got 2 heads back, I will say.
Back in my days, I rolled with druids. Here's a little something for you, and I throw some leaves end up picking up from a gust of wind and go towards head number 4, and I cast Fairy Fire.
Oh, very nice.
It's dexterity.
Dexterity. What does it have to be? A 14?
Yes.
Okay, so rolled a 15.
Ah, man. All right.
You see the skin glow in a vibrant yellow, and then it shakes, and you see sparks go off of its neck as the spell does not go off.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go talk to that druid when I get done with this. And tell me that.
Then any bonus actions?
Okay, no, I'm gonna do that and then go into the defensive dodge action.
Perfect.
I'm back in my Zoidberg position, ready to dodge everything that gets thrown at me. Okay.
Regna, you see your boy to the right. Yep, dodging, ducking, fighting, misty stepping, nothing, none of that actually, just dodging. And you see your boy to the north, holding up his shield, trying to hang on strong. What are you doing?
I look at Eekhom and I look at Fud and be like, I must wait. And I go ahead and use my bonus action to sprout crystal wings, which gives me a flight speed. Yeah, as a bonus action, I can manifest a spectral wings for up to 1 minute. My flying speed is equal to my walking speed, and I can hover. Okay, so I get wings, so I'm not flying, so I'm going to get closer to head 3 and 6 and meet it in the air as I go ahead and keep attacking.
Please do.
Yeah, so I'm going to attack head 3. Ooh, so I get advantage. It's a 22. Let's see if I get a crit. That's crit. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to smite it. Second level.
Yeah.
Second level smite. So that's the instant 10 damage for the slashing, plus an additional 7. So that's 17 points of slashing damage with a...
So that's
20.
17 total from your crit on the slashing?
Yep. And then an additional 24 points of damage from the crit on the smite, plus an additional... So 24 plus 12. 36 points on the smite. My first attack.
Yeah, you see that head 3 reaches for you with its maw and goes to bite you. And as you do that, you slash into it and smite down its throat, sending all this holy energy out into its body. And how do you finish it?
Oh, hold on. Wait, I think I have a line. for this. Hold on. I've seen true evil. I have stared into the maw of anger itself. I've seen what evil can do, and although you may have 5 heads, evil is indeed a 5-headed dragon, but you are nothing but a mere shadow of its foolish and weakness prowess. And I smite down with my holy blessed attack.
Or layman terms, get dead, 5-head. As this thing explodes, and you see the holy energy sends holy ripples through this bog and lightens up the trees a little bit. It's a little more greener, darker, more vibrant. The water doesn't look as dark and grimy, and it looks healthier. Even though still slimy, it's a healthier, deep blue. And this hydra screams and shouts as these lights from its mouths go into the air and explodes into fractals of light. And then you see Fut on the other end, slashing at nothing. Oh, we did it! We did it! And he comes back to you guys.
That's awesome.
I gingerly land on the dock as my crystalline wings fade. In the name of Bahamut, thank you.
5 heads, 1 body. The beast itself, thought to be eternal, now falls to our steel and resolve. Oh.
I was zoomed in on my character when you just brought it in.
Awesome.
Oh shit, I was not expecting that.
Reaching in from the side.
I approach Martha and I put my hand out as I stow my halberd and go, "My lady," and I try to guide it to the water.
Yeah, Martha thinks you're like dating now or something, so it grabs you in its mouth and jumps into the water.
Oh, wait, no.
And now you're swimming in the water for a second. It looks at you and just goes, "Mrr." And then Fut comes in and starts dumping all the eggs into the water. And Martha looks really happy. You've never seen a frog smile before, but this frog is smiling. Toad.
Your smile is as beautiful as you are big. I would like to swim to the dock, and as he's dumping the eggs in, I guess we're finishing up, and I would like to cast Ceremony to bless the water.
Tell me how that goes.
Yeah, so as Martha's bathing in the water and Fut is dumping the eggs back into the bog, I want to bless the water, and I'm performing a ritual, which takes up to an hour. And I'm speaking a lot of holy words about Bahamut, and may his platinum shining grace bless the waters in which Martha may lay her eggs in and form a large toad-like family, in hopes that they could spread the word of Bahamut in their own froggy, toady way. And maybe if they come to visit once in a while, that'd be nice too.
You've defeated the Hydra that was plaguing Martha's bog. Maybe that's what we'll call this episode, Martha's Bog.
Oh my God.
And we come back to the office of the Hulbeck Humanitarians, where who other than the captain, Juan Johnson, is looking through his notes. All right, so you, looks like you stopped the fight. We got Krail in the jail cell. You took a toad back to its bog. Fought a bunch of ravens.
Martha was Mother's.
Yes, Martha.
Beautiful woman.
I thought it was a toad.
Well, Martha is a woman. I mean, I just look at Eekhom. I'm like, I just like shrug. As I'm still soaking wet too, by the way. Like there's still seaweed. I'm just
we
dripping
come back to
water.
you and Fut is giving you like the weirdest look, soaking, arms crossed.
I'm handing my reported soaking wet, like the pages of wet.
Right. So, great. Martha, the female toad, went back to its bog. You fought a Hydra. No more Hydra in the swamp. It's good because we've been getting reports of a lot of dead animals in the woods lately. It was kind of concerning. So that must have been what's been plaguing the forest. Well, I can't thank you all enough, of course. Here's your payment for the day. And he offers 50 gold pieces for defending the giant toad.
May I have this in platinum, please?
Well, you can do that on your own time. I'm not an exchange office, okay? Hey, Alfie also gave me some gold as well to share to you guys because he's very happy about all this. So here's 100 gold from Alfie. which is very nice that you can split amongst yourselves. He said the Hulbeck Humanitarians have a 10% discount now at his pet shop. So, that's always nice. I'm glad you're doing stuff with the community, But this is kind of what we do around here. We try and, keep people safe, but also we want to be one with the community and learn from them and what their pains are and what their needs are. And of course, from the council, here's 300 gold. And you see that there is 450 total is what it gave you between Alfie, him, and the council, and your payment for the day. And it is up to you what you would like as an extra bonus. Alfie pops into the office. He's like, "Oh, hey, by the way, thank you for slaying the Hydra. I kind of went back to the area and found the leftover skulls, and I can turn it into armor or weapons or ammo if you like. So, come back to me on your day's rest, and I'll take care of that tomorrow."
I just look at him like I turn my whole chest as water like pours out of the armor. I might take you up on that, Alfie. Thank you.
And so you mark down, you can add either +1 to your +1 weapon, you can add +1 to your armor, or +1 to ammo. It's your choice.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna do chainmail.
I go over to Fut. All right, Fut.
Yeah.
If a giant toad can survive a 5-headed Hydra, maybe there's hope for you after all. Just remember, when you're facing death, try not to croak.
After a bunch of foot jokes all day, that kind of lifts my spirit. Thank you.
What foot jokes?
I would like to offer my transfer to another station, and we will end the episode there. Thank you for playing Tony Plays.
That was good. Dude, I like these one shots, man. They're fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this one worked really well with the theme of it.
It will help with the community.
I had no idea where it was going when we were in the middle with the frog. I was like, are we saving the frog? Is the frog the bad guy? Is all the people the bad guy? What got in here? I had no idea where it was going to. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's good. I like that. I'll talk about some of the changes I made to the one shot and answer all your questions, of course. I know Tony has a big question moving into the after show, but until we move on, before we do so, what recommendation does anybody have?
Yeah, I got one. TCG Card Shop Simulator. If you like cozy games, man, oh man, does it ease my tempers? Does it cool my jets? Does it quell my qualms?
Russell your jimmies.
It is so good, so simple. Highly recommend. Great use of $10 if you need to just de-stress after a long day of work or stressful gaming.
Nice. Good suggestion. I know we got a few people in the Discord that quite like TCG as well, so yeah. I'm sure they'll back you up on that one. But until then, everybody give your best Martha goodbye. Dear patrons, I have received many wonderful letters back from you all about how much you liked and disliked my gifts. I'm glad, at the very least, they arrived okay. But today, I would like to thank you all for the support you have provided to the FFCS ATMF, also known as the Far-Fetched Courier Services Aotetero Memorial Fund. I'm going through all the donations and gifts now, starting with the Shadow Smugglers. Hello again, the Dread. Can't help but notice you haven't written back at all. Just hoping you aren't eternally lost in another dimension. Well, just in case you are in some unescapable realm, here is a Planeshift scroll I borrowed from Lord Bearzabider, and if there is anything at all you were able to donate, please provide. Alara, thank you so much for your efficient donation of gold pieces. They will be sent to Ao's family as soon as possible. Thank you as well for sending me the pieces of the vase I broke. I was going to come back and fix it eventually, but this was a welcome reminder and saved us a lot of time. Sid, I just mended that back together. Come on. Hi, Reese. I can't thank you enough for offering to play Ao's funeral service. Sheet music is like a different language to me, but I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful lute piece nonetheless. See me when you arrive, and I will help you set up your instruments. Julius, I did not send you a letter requesting anything, so it's shocking to me that you have offered to oversee the burial service. Yeah, so we totally trust you to do that. So I have sent you the accurate, correct address of the funeral that is deep in the Kambuki Isles, far away from here. Next are the Bloodshard Bandits. You all responded so quickly to our letter and are doing right by the Bloodshard Bandit name. Morgan Uthil, it means the world to me, and I'm sure Ao's family, that you have offered to stop by with your familiar to work as a therapy fox for the next few weeks. In a time like this, simply being there with comfort and love can make the difference. Artemis, another amazing offer of services. It will be incredibly helpful to have you guarding the funeral procession and the family for the next few weeks with Morgan. I will make sure to send my mom's baked goods with you. There is no one else I trust more to deliver them safely. Rains, thank you for offering to eat all the bugs in the surrounding area before we arrive. I didn't know it would be held close to a swamp, so if we can avoid any and all distractions, that will help the family in their time of need. Rommel, your bouquet of flowers and note are so nice. The section where you wrote about Ao's letters, breathing life into people's lives, and like the trees they used to be were so touching. Sly, thank you tenfold for accepting my strange request to follow Julius and keep him away from the funeral. Take the were-sids, and if you get caught, alert us immediately. The fruit basket was also very nice. Tanner, another donation to the fund. I am forever grateful. This money will help pay for the service and much more. Also, please, we still need your dimensions for the Bloodshard Bandits uniform, so message us back ASAP. Next are the Sidget College alumni. Your contributions are very thoughtful. Andrew Hall, what a thoughtful idea to edit together everyone's memories of Ao into a crystal ball for the family to see. You have come a long way since freshman year, and it shows. Also, Drell and I would like to hire you to edit together a workout crystal ball and highlight reel from our adventures, so let me know your rates. Craig Dawnbringer, I heard you are new to Humbrea, so it means even more that you want to help someone you barely knew. It's great to have someone like you helping with the setup. If you want to help in more unique ways, message me again with more information about your skill sets. Patrick Wennerstrom, also known as Punk, Reese mentioned you would be helping with the music. I know it's not the type of music you normally play, but it means so much to us all. Plus, the guards said they would drop your bounty if you helped. So, that's nice. Robit, Mongo. It was so nice to offer your strength. There are so many wooden beams and chairs that need to be built beforehand, and I can't think of a better giant to help. Saint Chaos, glad to hear you are reformed, in a way. We are also very happy to hear you will be providing a few casks of your famous wine for the reception. Drell seemed a bit too happy about it, actually, but regardless, we can't thank you enough. Sergio Rodriguez, I was told you will be delivering a letter from the Queen of Aramor herself. It was written to the family? I don't know how you pulled that one off, but I like you a little more as the days go on, Redguard or not. And last, but certainly not least, are the Humbrea's heroes. Sky Guy, thank you for using your warlock abilities to keep the skies clear during the funeral. There's another warlock named Jesus who will be helping you with some of the magic stuff, so look out for a frosty-looking Dragonborn when you arrive. Drown the Barbarian, many thanks for offering to help barbecue at the reception. I've heard good things about your brisket. And with Glass, we need wine glasses for the reception. Think you can take care of that? Thomocles, I heard you are a barbarian, but a crier like me. Thanks for bringing the tissues. We will need a lot. John Carroll, thank you for your 10 gold donation. Please provide more info about yourself in the guest book. Johnny Tar, your Pazushi recipe sounds delightful. I can't wait to try it at the reception and eat away my sorrows. Mr. Boolean Julette, I heard you give great hugs. They will be needed, for sure. Cora Greenbottle, thank you for sending in art of Ao for the family. Wait, these look just like drawings I was going to send in. Weird. Odimel, it will be nice to have another cleric there, and thank you for sending your prayers. Ripcorded, thank you for taking time away from Rocket Boot League to attend. Your donations of gold from your last tournament are very generous. Heart, I am over the moon that you are using your druidic powers to make the greenery around the venue feel warm and welcoming. Ren Grizzly, the bugbear druid, will be helping you with the arrangements. Isker Storm, Armos heard you are a warlock and requested your help with some rituals beforehand, so look for the frustrated tiefling with horns. It warms my heart having so many amazing patrons supporting our cause and lifting up the community. If you want to help, like these adventurers have, please visit patreon.com/DND404 or visit our website at DND404.com. Much love, Minas Pebblewalker. Yes, who is it?
Oh yeah, Captain. I just realized there was an error in my report. Well, toads are actually can change genders depending on their environment if they need to be male or female to lay eggs or fertilize. So Martha is more of a they. So I just want to make that correction in those papers, if that's okay.
And as you're talking, he's slowly closing the door.
Okay, just want to make sure I'm on punch. Okay.
Door closed. You see these medieval blinds go over the door. There's no window, it's just an empty frame. So a cloth goes down.